Good morning. I'm Tristan Winder in the News 2 streaming studio at the Morning Pulse here on this Tuesday, August 19th. We begin today with news that broke late yesterday here in Lincoln County as the first positive case of the West Nile virus has been confirmed in the West Central District Health Department's jurisdiction within an individual. Megan Trevino, the executive director of the West Central District Health Department, in a press release says this is the first positive case of the year and is a reminder that the West Nile virus is real and can and will impact people within our community. She adds, even though it's August, mosquito season is still very active within greater Nebraska, urging people to not let their guard down when it comes to taking proactive measures to guard against West Nile virus. Trevino says their thoughts and prayers are with the person who tested positive for West Nile virus. Again, the West Central District Health Department announcing late yesterday that the first positive case of the West Nile virus within a human for the 2025 season has been identified within the West Central District Health Department's jurisdiction. Happening today, the Lake Mac Casino Resort and Racetrack set to open its doors in Ogallala. The Gaming and Racing Center will have their gates opening this afternoon and have a ribbon-cutting ceremony. The first official quarter horse races will begin shortly thereafter, and then the casino set to shortly open after that as well. There's also going to be a meal and live entertainment with Lincoln County's own Drew Phillips. Long-term plans for the establishment include the expansion into a full resort complex featuring more gaming, a hotel, casual dining, and even some RV accommodations as well. We'll be in attendance for that and have more later on today on air and online. Nebraska Public Power District is currently considering 16 communities across the state as possible sites for a new nuclear power reactor. The reactor is known as a small modular that will reportedly offer unique attributes in terms of flexibility, efficiency, and safety. The Lincoln County community of Sutherland is among 16 finalist sites under consideration. On Monday, NPPD officials visited Sutherland to share information, answer questions, and provide insights from other communities who participated in similar sessions.
Realistically, I don't see anything between construction until in the 2030s or so. We're looking and trying to make plans to be able to actually bring something online during that time frame, but again, there's a lot of effort that's underway, and you're seeing that timeline move around. Currently, the current administration is pushing some very strong support for that.
The list of 16 Nebraska communities will be narrowed down to a select few later this year or in early 2026. NPPD officials say that modular reactors are not likely to be online for the next several years, as you just heard a moment ago from NPPD's Director of Nuclear Oversight. They have told News 2 that they have been very well received at their open houses they've had at several communities that are being considered for this nuclear reactor, and that was the case in Sutherland last night as well.
Really well accepted from in these communities. They've really come in and been very excited, and it's been a very exciting time for me too. Nuclear power is very safe. It's been used for many years. You've got Cooper nuclear stations operated and operated in Nebraska safely for over 50 years.
In other news today, a couple of Nebraska's top elected officials are set to be within the region today. Nebraska Governor Jim Pillen will be in Keith County. He'll be signing a proclamation to recognize Nebraska Hydropower Day. The event is scheduled for this afternoon at Lake McConaughey. News 2 will be in attendance as the event is only at invite, and members of the media have been invited. Other representatives in attendance include members of Nebraska's federal delegation, local state senators, representatives from the National Hydropower Association, and other stakeholders as well. Meanwhile, back in North Platte, U.S. Senator Pete Ricketts set to hold 3 roundtables with Nebraska agriculture leaders. This begins in North Platte today before continuing in Broken Bow later today, and Columbus will be the concluding destination. Media has also been invited to this. It's going to be held out at the Lincoln County Fairgrounds in North Platte. News 2 will have a reporter in attendance for that, and we'll have more details tonight at 6 and 10, and of course later online as well and on the free News 2 app. In national health news today, the measles outbreak that erupted in West Texas is over. State officials say that no new cases have been reported in more than 40 days in the counties that previously showed transmissions. Calling the outbreak over suggests that 2 periods have passed without transmission. Since late January, officials confirmed that at least 762 cases of measles were found in Texas alone. Dozens of people were hospitalized, 2/3 of them children, and 2 children did die. the first measles fatalities in the U.S. within a decade. That measles outbreak expanded as well across the region as well, expanding outside of the state of Texas. And lastly, today the U.S. Postal Service will honor late President Jimmy Carter with a new stamp. The Forever Stamp will come out on the 1st of October on what would have been the 39th President's 100th birthday. It's, well, his 101st actually birthday. The Postal Service's art director designed the new stamp. It features an image of President Carter from a 1982 painting that was created as well. Carter did die last year, of course, at the age of 100. The Postal Service is honoring President Carter's years in the White House and his achievements after he left office. President Carter, known as a prominent activist for peace, human rights, and social and economic progress around the world. Writing out the Morning Pulse here on this Tuesday, August 19th, with a check of the 7-day forecast. Another warm one in store for us today, pretty much identical to what we experienced yesterday. However, we did have some storm activity and kind of gloomy clouds that even extended here into Lincoln County yesterday. Not going to be the case for us today. But in terms of that overall temperature forecast, going to be identical to what we had yesterday. And it's going to continue to be the norm here for at least Wednesday, Thursday. Cooling down about a 10-degree shift then when we get to Friday, and then those cooler temperatures are here to stay, and I'm all for it.